Okay, the next one, next sign. I'm all over the place today. Um, the next sign is Virgo. So let's see what shows up for the Virgos. Now, I've been telling all the signs that this reading is going to be a bit different to how I usually do it. I'm not focused on the areas of your life like I usually am. I'm not saying that these readings are always going to be this way, but this is just how I'm doing it for this month because, I've been telling you guys I've been wanting to switch things up and I'm still unsure about exactly how. And I can't guarantee I'm just not going to return back to the way things, were before. But I just feel like this is what feels right to me this month. So I'm doing these healing readings, and the intention of these readings are not to really be fortune telling type readings, like doing predictions. They're more about focusing on where you are in your life right now and how you can sort of better improve things in your life at this time. Now, um it may not show up that way for everyone. Like I may, do this whole reading and you may feel like, okay, well, I'm not going through that right now. And then you may find like a week or two from now, you are going through that situation. Or it could be, because these are general readings, you might find that you can't relate to it at all. So, it can go either way. But I just hope that this video is going to be beneficial to you in some way, shape, or form. So let's see what is coming up. And the cards I'm using is the Animal Wisdom deck. So your first card, and let's see what you need to focus on in terms of your healing, Virgo. You have the Nurturer of Branches. So it kind of seems that your healing has to do with nurturing. The Nurturer of Branches would be the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is about, she's kind of the more, she has an independence about her, probably not so much like the Queen of Swords. Like, to me, she has an even greater sense of independence about her. But I think the Queen of Wands, she's more like the mom that will be doing so much. She'll be looking after the kids, she'll be working, she'll be taking care of the home, she'll be running around trying to do everything and be everything and all that kind of stuff. And so maybe you can relate to that kind of thing of having so much to do and just running yourself kind of ragged and trying to maintain everything, and trying to keep everything in your stride. But then I kind of see that because it's showing up as your healing card, it could be saying, in the process of you doing everything, are you really taking the time out to nurture yourself? Are you really taking the time out to focus on yourself too? Because you have to make sure that you're okay and that you are in the right state of mind on a physical, emotional, and a spiritual level. Because that is, the way that we can give the most to other people is when we're full within ourselves. And so I would kind of say to focus on your own nurturing as well, and not just also always the nurturing of other people. You have to maintain a balance in that way. But at the same time, this could be a really good time if it's a work situation, because I kind of feel that if this is the case, I think that you will be able to take on a lot in terms of your work. And I think that you come across as a person that is able to um, be very dynamic and be able to kind of take control of situations. So when things seem a bit out of control, you'll be the person that could almost swoop in and be able to manage things, even if you have other responsibilities or other things going on with you at the same time. But I feel like it's just about maintaining that balance and keeping your energy up. The middle card is the Five of Fossils, so that might be why you're working hard and doing the things you need to do, because the Five of Fossils can represent again, I'm saying again because of the fact that it showed up for another sign, but I shouldn't be saying that because obviously you didn't see that. So the Five of Fossils could be saying that you could be working hard because maybe you're trying to make ends meet for yourself. Maybe you're trying to make more money. Maybe the money you have coming in isn't enough and you have to kind of do more or take on more to take on more hours at work, take on another job, an extra job, something like that, to sort of bring in more money. I can kind of see how the nurturing message came through with this card, because with this donkey card, the donkey has so much on his back, it's carrying so much, it's a heavy load. So I kind of feel like for you, it's kind of saying that you may be carrying such a heavy load at this time, trying to do everything, trying to do a lot of things yourself. Don't be afraid to ask for help if you need help. Like, don't be afraid to say it's too much if it actually is too much for you, because I kind of feel that you can be like full steam ahead with this kind of leopard energy, and making everyone around you, think, oh yeah, she has it handled, but then deep down you may not actually have it as well handled as you could, or maybe you do have it handled, but you don't know when eventually that energy is going to run out and you're just going to be tired and worn out from it. So kind of be careful with that kind of thing. The next card is again the nurture of fossils, and the fossils is the body. So like it's because it's the earth energy connecting with the earth. So you need to really focus on your body and your health and your internal well-being and spiritual well-being. I feel like getting those things into balance is really important right now. As connecting with pig energy, it could be saying maybe some of you guys have been kind of maybe drawn to a bit of the more pleasurable foods, the more luxury foods, the more naughty ones. So it could be saying maybe you have to kind of get that into balance. Some of you guys, like, get maybe your diet into balance and things like that. But then at the same time, the pig is also making me think of, them pigs that I used to have them one back in the day. You have the pig that you put the money in, you put the coins in, like, it has a little hole on it. That's what it kind of reminded me of as well. So it could be saying you're trying to save some money as well. You're trying to put money into savings, and maybe maybe you got something planned and you would really like to do something in particular, and you're having to put some money away. So maybe that's also why you're having to cut back on some other things, in order to sort of make sure you have enough to put away as well. The nurturer of fossils would originally be the Queen of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. And the Queen of Pentacles, she is a very nurturing queen. She would be quite focused on money and finances, and I think she does connect a lot of that to her well-being. And I think that because you are also an earth sign, I feel like, yeah, like that kind of aspect of things really would be important to you. Not to say it's not important to any other sign as well. I mean, obviously it would be, but I kind of feel like there are obviously certain people that need to have a certain amount of income or whatever to at least feel more at ease, not to feel maybe as stressed about things, not to feel like things are bogging you down. And I kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, you might be feeling like you're not really earning enough to feel as comfortable as you would like to feel right now, kind of thing. um but if it's a case of you're saving for something special, it might just be a temporary thing where you have to cut back for a while. Maybe you have to cut back for a few months or something like that to get the money together. So it may not be something that, is a permanent thing. It may not even have to do necessarily with how much you earn. Like, maybe you do earn like a decent salary, but it just means that you're having to just cut back in terms of like a little luxuries and things like that as well. So it could be that too. It might not be as serious as being like completely broke. So let's see what the last card is. You have the Keeper of Tradition. I just realized I read a previous card differently. Okay, so you have the Keeper of Tradition, and so the Keeper of Tradition is the Hierophant. And so what I kind of see for the Hierophant is that you um you're gonna keep you're gonna keep on the way you've been keeping on. That's kind of what I see with that card, because a Hierophant isn't about changes. It's about things maintaining things the way it's always been maintained, the way it's always been. And so with the Five of Pentacles showing up on top of the Hierophant, I kind of feel that you may be very set in your ways in terms of the way that you choose to go about certain things. And and I think for some of you guys, you may not be used to asking other people for help. You may not be used to depending on other people. So because of that, it's like, because you've always done that and that's the way you've always approach things, you're not going to be very inclined to tell people, okay, I need a bit of help, I need a bit of support in this area. And so that's kind of how I feel. Or I kind of feel like for some of you guys, you might be actually some of you may be in a work situation that maybe isn't as that lucrative, but maybe you kind of still feel like you have to stay in that situation. You're not ready to do any changes or to bring about any changes. um yeah, that's kind of what I see with that Hierophant card. It's like things just being very samey. It is about that which you feel committed towards. So I kind of feel that like whatever you started, you feel like you have to continue on with. You can't just stop. You have to just continue on, no matter how challenging it is or difficult it is for you. um The Hierophant can also represent a spiritual advisor as well, or a mentor, someone that could be maybe beneficial to you in terms of maybe giving you advice about maybe how to fix certain situations, how to help yourself in some kind of way. But I kind of still feel that there may be an issue with you sometimes taking advice from others. So yes, peace and many blessings to you. I'll be seeing you. Bye.